So this is our famous mold for our rubber duck. But it has these rough edges and we need to sand it down a bit if we want to vacuum form it. And so I will see if a scalpel is a good tool for this. I mean, not a good tool obviously, but a working tool. Yeah, and we do it outside because it's don't try this at home because this is a scalpel and I move it towards my fingers.
Yeah, watch your fingers out. We need them fingers.
Fingers are overrated. So it's not so much a problem on the bulky parts. I'm a little worried.
Get an action shot there.
Around the beak, because the beak is a bit truncated already.
Yeah, it's quite a beak there.
Oh, I know, because this is supposed to be the upwards, but there's a bit detail lacking in the... It's not the beak, it's supposed to be longer. Oops. Okay, now it's a short beak. Because this is supposed to be an open beak. This is the part.
Yeah, like an open mouth, right? Or beak, so.
So, what did you do this weekend? Oh, I was carving a duck.
Yeah. Whistling down a duck. Yeah, it's a beautiful day for it.
And it's a nice view.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful.
One of the few advantages of living at the edge of the city is that you
can whittle a duck in relative peace.
Yes. In the comfort of your own home. And with a nice view of the garden.
Valky's here to inspect the duck. Either that or want some food.
The duck treats are dried duck. She thinks that this is how they are made.
Yeah, she's having a special duck-shaped dog treat made for her.
I think this is as far as we will get with carving. I will look for some sandpaper.
Yeah, I think that's the next step. Oh wow, that's
yeah. It's supposed to go in a multi-tool, but I will not break out the tool just to sand a duck.
Oh, so what, this is part of the tool, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's called the Multi-Master. It's made by a German company, fun. I do not know how to use tools, but I sure have a lot of them. With all the attachments. I mean, I have an inkling of how to use them. Because once in a year I actually have to build something. But I cannot build furniture all day because then the apartment would be even fuller than already.
You can build yourself an extension to the apartment, that would be a good solution.
It would, but it might not be legal.
Wow.
I'm not even allowed to do any installations on this balcony.
Oh really?
Which includes sunscreens and the like.
Oh, okay.
Because
You're allowed
apparently that would spoil the look of the...
Oh dear. Well, we can't have that, can we? affecting the aesthetics of the, the building with the sun lounge.
Yes, I think this is one of the situations where it could easily be remedied if the homeowners could be asked to show up at the meetings of the homeowners association
Okay.
and change the,
Why is it?
change
What
the
is it?
agreements, which are so old that they are written out and photocopied on typewriter.
Oh really? Yes.
I got a Xerox paper.
Are you part of the committee?
No,
No?
no, we are not Americans. We don't have committees.
Okay,
We
I'm
pay
sorry.
somebody to do it.
Okay. I thought you'd be part of the housing association. You'd be down there voicing your concerns about lack of sun lounges on balconies.
That would be a bit good. Because since most people,
What's the rules about sanding a plastered duck? Is that forbidden, or is that
almost certainly,
really, really? We better be careful. We don't want the neighbours seeing what we're doing here. Yeah, it comes to something, Eike, when a man can't sand his duck in public.
it makes it sound like
Yeah, no, that wasn't a euphemism. It was literal.
unless we want to keep this slightly
Like the
more
little,
orc style thing.
Yeah, let's give it more of a
I think I need a bit more of
post-punk.
more coarse. Oh, not quite sure what it is. But it's quite abrasive. This is to get material off. This is to make things smooth. Which difference? We're covering quite a field, vacuum forming, working on kitchen aids, sending ducks.
Oh, it's non-stop.
Did we even explain what this is for?
Oh yeah, that probably would be good to give a bit of context as to why we're doing this.
We were trying to vacuum form a rubber duck.
Yes, which was missed off the original video because the camera ran out of batteries.
Yes, luckily so.
So you have to use a certain amount of your imagination, but there was a rubber duck.
Only, of course, the duck wasn't made of rubber, which is
No,
why
we
it
had this
melted when we
conversation.
tried.
Yeah, we did have this conversation. What was it? Vulcanized plastic, right? Or something.
Yeah,
Something. Poly.
Yeah,
Polyurethane, yeah.
exactly, which is exactly the stuff that the material for the vacuum
Yeah,
forming
so
is.
it's a circle of life, really, in a way.
Yeah.
In a certain more romanticized sense.
Which is to say that our rubber duck melted. because
Yeah,
it
the rubber duck. Yeah, well, if you will put, how hot is that? Like 200 degrees or something like that?
Yeah, judging by the feeling on my fingers, it is very hot. But since we cut the original rubber duck in half, the original not rubber duck in half to because the full duck wouldn't fit on the thing, we used the other half as a mold and filled it with plaster of Paris, and this is what we have. And now we try to get it reasonably flat.
So plaster of Paris, we used to use this at school. Why is it called plaster of Paris? Is it like a Parisian thing? I've always wondered that.
VOP, like Parmesan.
Parmesan, okay, yeah. It can only be called plaster of Paris if it's from the Paris region. Anything else is just sparkling plaster. Well, it looks like we've got a bit of a drug problem here, I reckon. I hope the neighbours don't think we're partying here.
If I send this down until it's flat, then we will not have a duck left. So
We'll have a duck lin. So
No,
yeah,
not even that. Then we will just have
just a D.
half a duck.
Yeah, just a
Look
beach.
like a crime scene.
Yeah.
I just went to try to, because the vacuum stuff will go in all the little crevices.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I went to try to get it as flat as possible.
So it's like water off a duck's back, one could say. Oh, come on, I could give you a bit more reaction than that. I thought that was quite good.
You cover yourself. It's very dusted and just jokes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's okay. I must take care because this is supposed to be the wing.
Yeah.
It'd
be rather sad if it didn't have a wing.
Hmm?
It would be rather sad if it didn't have a wing. It would just fly in a circle.
I mean,
Well,
it will
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, okay.
Unless we vacuum form two halves and put them together.
Yeah. And then we can we can buy some liquid plastic, right, and make a new duck.
Yes.
So we achieve another duck. So our efforts really weren't in vain.
We already made all jokes about the circle of life, didn't we?
Yeah, that was.
What a waste.
Yeah. What if we melted the duck down and then reformed it? What a perfect way to spend a weekend. Melt a duck, make a plaster of Paris mold of the duck, melt the duck, vacuum form the duck, and then reform
I'm sure
the duck.
there's a bit in the Bible about it.
Yeah.
On the sixth day he reformed the duck.
Yeah. Or maybe more
That's why we have a
Sisyphean.
Reformation.
Yeah, or maybe more like
Holiday
Sisyphean,
in
like
Brandenburg, Reformation Day.
like Sisyphus. He was forever to make a duck. It's like a modern interpretation.
Can't be. You know that we have to imagine Sisyphus as a happy person, and that does not describe me in the least.
No, you're certainly not Sisyphean.
But maybe we'll pour a glass of water down this.
Yeah, we've probably made that soil very alkaline. If you're into your botany at all, that's probably a very alkaline soil now. So hopefully the plants will be okay with that.
It's worth
Yeah. It's a strength test.
I have a few neighbors here, a pair of retirees, and they were particular about the garden and the flowers and stuff. And when I moved here and had people come in to take out the floors and replace them, they were asking if they should, get rid of the waste, and I said yes, and I just dumped everything on the rose bushes.
Well, it's.
I did not make friends.
No. That's not nice of them to do that.
I think it's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's
That's smooth enough, right? I think if you keep going, you're going to end up with no duck.
Maybe a little tweak.
Yeah. Tweak on the beak.
Not with the rough one. I think that's okay.
Perfect.
We will not get it flat, so we have to
No, we have to. Although it's a feature. It's a feature, not a bug. Okay, you better go get them hands washed before you touch anything. All right, part 2 coming up.